Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Narcissist Guide. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope that you're having a good day, and for those of you who are going through healing, I hope that you're staying strong and that you're coping well. In today's episode, we will be talking about the empath and the narcissistic sister. There's an unwritten rule that we have to love our family unconditionally. So admitting that your sister is a narcissist can make you feel guilty or ashamed. But dealing with a narcissistic sister can be exhausting and wear down your self-esteem. Is your childhood filled with memories of having to hide your achievements in fear of your sister punishing you for them? Did she blame you for her bad behavior, then sit back happily while you got punished? Did you find yourself going along with her lies because it was easier to keep the peace than have to deal with her bullying? If you've experienced any of this kind of behavior from your sister, it is possible you've been dealing with a narcissist. This episode outlines the signs and symptoms of a narcissistic sister and some tips for how to deal with one. Whether you have a severely narcissistic sister or a milder one, this episode will provide you with support and guidance. 8 typical signs and behavior of a narcissistic sister. If you have a difficult relationship with your sister, but you're not quite sure whether you're dealing with a narcissist, first ask yourself if you actually enjoy spending time with her. Do you find it exhaustive instead? If you find yourself feeling anxiety and dread before seeing her, this is the sign that something is wrong. If you find it difficult to talk to her and never quite know which side of her you're going to see, this is a sign she could be a narcissist. Here are some other telltale signs to look out for. Number 1. She believes she is more important than you. If she thinks she deserves more recognition from the rest of your family members compared to you, this could be a clear sign she is narcissistic. Behavior that reflects this could include constantly making jokes about being more intelligent than you or being better at sport and everything than you. Number 2. She has to be the center of attention. No matter what the occasion is, she just has to be the center of attention at all times. Even if it's your birthday or your graduation ceremony, she'll find a way to make it about her. This shows in dominant behaviors that result in a shift of attention from you to her. Narcissists have a strong need for validation, appreciation, and affirmation. She is always looking for these to fulfill her narcissistic supply and will do anything to get them. Number 3. She feels entitled to everything. She thinks she is the superior sibling and is therefore entitled to all of your parents' attention, a better job, a better partner, a better family, a better everything. She may even feel entitled to more inheritance than you. It's not a nice thought, but you might want to make sure you get your fair share when, if the time comes. This could have started with small things when you were kids. For example, she decides she wants the chocolate-flavored cupcake even though you already picked it out earlier, and kicks up a fuss until she gets what she wants. Behaviors in adulthood may include monopolizing conversations to show everyone how important she is. She will listen to others only for the chance to pull the conversation back to her and boast about how incredible she is. You might feel like you owe her something when really you don't owe her anything at all. Years of her acting entitled have trained you to think this is true. If you have felt an inequality between you and your sister from a young age, and it doesn't seem to be changing in adulthood, this is a huge sign you have a narcissistic sister. Number 4. She doesn't recognize your feelings. Narcissists suffer from a complete lack of empathy and are often only aware of their own feelings. Your narcissistic sister will be unable to put herself in your shoes and will be unaware of any harm she has caused. You may notice she has no interest in hearing about your stories and struggles, but loves telling you all about her own and will take great offense if you don't listen. Number 5. She is a pathological liar. If you notice she often exaggerates things, particularly her own achievements, this can be a sure sign you are dealing with a narcissistic sister. She may even lie about small everyday things, just for the fun of it. These lies may snowball into over-the-top stories that get harder and harder to believe. If you say you don't remember it like that, or press her for more details, she'll get angry at you for questioning her and turn the blame on you in an effort to make the rest of the family feel sorry for her. She may even purposely make up lies about you to hurt your reputation and your place in the family. Number 6. She is extremely jealous of you. Despite the way she acts as if she is better than you in every way, a narcissistic sister will actually be extremely envious of you and will consider you her rival. She will hate it when you get any kind of praise and will always try to win your parents' attention. Gaslighting is a behavior that is strongly associated with this. She feels the sibling rivalry so much that she will create stories about you to make you look crazy or weak. This may involve actively smearing your name in front of family and friends, or more subtle techniques like planting small suggestions that you are unstable. Number 7. She changes how she behaves around different people. For example, she acts sweet and innocent around your parents to get their attention and admiration, and then completely changes when you are alone together. She may even present different personalities to you alone, sometimes acting the devoted sister and others a complete bully. Narcissists are experts at playing different roles and wearing different masks to get what they want, so watch out for this. Number 8. She uses triangulation to alienate you. Triangulation is a tactic narcissists are known to use often, and it involves purposely pitting people against each other, using lies and manipulation. If you notice your sister is often telling you what other family members have said about you behind your back, this is a sure sign she is using triangulation to ensure you don't unite with other family members against her. Her aim is to keep a safe distance between you and your other family members so you won't form bonds without including her. This way she can manipulate you all and none of you will be able to connect the dots. How to deal with a narcissistic sister? There is no one-size-fits-all way to deal with a narcissistic sister, as each individual will be different with different levels of toxicity. But these are some general do's and don'ts that may help you to deal with your own narcissistic sister. Number 1. Don't call her a narcissist. In general, narcissists struggle to reflect on their own behavior, so calling her out will have no effect, as she won't be able to see that she actually has a problem. Instead, she will probably insist you're the one with the problem and will do everything she can to prove it. So calling her a narcissist could actually make your relationship worse. Number 2. Don't argue with her. For the same reason, arguing won't help. She will not gain any insights from your feedback or even listen to it at all. So don't waste your breath. Resist the urge to defend yourself when she insists you're the problem, as getting a reaction out of you will be exactly what she wants. Don't try to outsmart her or play her at her own game. as this will only drain your energy and make her more intent on winning. Trying not to emotionally engage is a much better option, as you won't be adding any fuel to the fire. Number 3, focus on your choices. Remember that just because she's your sister doesn't mean you have to spend time with her. You can choose to avoid her, limit your time together, or have someone else with you when you see her, so you are not alone together. You can choose to set clear boundaries when it comes to interacting with her. Number 4, set clear boundaries. While you can't control your sister's narcissistic behavior, you can control your own. Instead of trying to change her, look at how you can change your own habits to support yourself. Look at the ways you tolerate her narcissistic behavior and how this might actually be supporting it. A narcissistic child will often take over the family dynamic, demanding the most attention. You may have gotten used to dealing with this, but you can withdraw your participation at any time. Start shutting her down if she speaks to you disrespectfully or tries to insult you, rather than just letting it slip. Remember, it's never too late to set clear boundaries, and it's actually better to do it sooner rather than later. Communicate your boundaries clearly so there can be no confusion, and observe whether this method helps or if she becomes more toxic and needy when you try to walk away. She will choose to either respect your boundaries or violate them, so this method can be very telling. Number 5, gain knowledge about narcissism. The more knowledge you have about narcissistic personality disorder, the better you'll be able to deal with it. Accept the fact that you have a narcissistic sister, and you have to deal with it if you want to continue having her in your life. Become aware of what is unhealthy about your relationship and let go of certain expectations you may have. Remember, it's not your fault, and there are ways you can cope. Clarity about the situation will help you to decide the best way to move forward. Number 6, get support. Dealing with a narcissistic sister can wear down your self-esteem, so it's important to seek support for yourself. This can be from friends and other family members who understand, or professionals such as counselors and lawyers if need be. Seeking support will give you some perspective and help you to see that you have nothing to feel guilty or ashamed about. Talking about how your narcissistic sister has affected your life will give you strength and help you to seek out the best course of action when it comes to dealing with her. However you end up handling the situation, know that you are not alone and there is plenty of help out there. Number 7, go no contact. If you feel like you've tried everything to cope with your narcissistic sister, but she isn't going down without a fight and is still insisting on making your life hell, going no contact could be your only option. Yes, she's your family, but if she is causing you harm, you have every right to cut ties. Just because someone is your blood doesn't necessarily mean you have to have them in your life. It may not be easy at first, but remember, your health and happiness is more important than anything else. Try the gray rock method, which involves refraining from reacting to any way a narcissist tries to contact you. If you stop representing a source of narcissistic supply to them, eventually they will leave you alone and you will be free to heal. Of course, this isn't the only way of dealing with a narcissistic sister and should be a last resort, but may be necessary in extremely abusive situations. Low contact or no contact with your narcissistic sister. Should you go no contact with your narcissistic sister, or is it better to maintain low contact? The boring answer for this is, it depends. If for some reason it is impossible to break all contact, you should consider using the tips I mentioned before. However, if there is nothing more you can gain from the relationship with your sister, you should consider going no contact. Maintaining contact can cause stress, fights, and more unpleasant situations you did not sign up for. Try to find support with another family member, or if that is not available, a life coach or psychologist. They will listen to you and give you advice on what you can do. In the end, only you can decide what it is you want to do. Healing from a narcissistic sister. As narcissists often fail to see their own disruptive behavior, they are very unlikely to change their ways. It is possible through therapy and counseling for narcissists to get more in touch with their empathy, which can allow them to have more healthy relationships. But this requires them to realize they have a problem and understand their own narcissistic tendencies. Most often, accepting that your narcissistic sister will not change and taking your healing into your own hands is the best route to take. Through setting boundaries and putting yourself first, it is possible to keep your sister in your life and deal with her narcissistic ways. However, there are varying levels of severity and toxicity, so it is up to you to choose if it is worth having her in your life or if you need to heal alone. So this is what I wanted to talk to you about today, guys. I hope that it was an interesting subject to talk about the narcissistic sister and the empath. Someone has asked me to cover this subject for this episode, and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please subscribe to my channel, The Narcissist Guide on YouTube. You can leave your comments in the comment box, share your experiences. I have seen that the comment box is starting to become busier, and that's good. People have been sharing their experiences, and they have also given advice on how to deal with a narcissist. So thank you very much for that. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening today, and see you next time.